What's up, everyone? I'm the Kaiju no Kami from the Toku Animation News Network, and this is my quickie review of 28 Years Later. Remember to click like, subscribe, the bell notification, and whatever else YouTube has you clicking on to support us.
We know.
28 Years Later is the fourth movie in the zombie apocalypse trilogy, or I'm sorry. Nope. I have to stand corrected. Infected series, because apparently they're not zombies, they're infected. And you're asking how it's for? Well, because there's the movie 28 Days, and then there's 28 days later, 28 weeks later, and now 28 years later, right? I mean, 4 movies makes total sense to me. Don't know why you're saying there's only 3, but sure, okay. Anyway, 28 years later takes place after 28 days later and 28 weeks later. Although I heard that 28 weeks later may have been omitted, I never saw weeks later, so I'm not sure. I saw 28 days later, which I liked parts of it. I thought the soundtrack was amazing, but it kind of went from zombie film to army rape film, where it kind of lost me. So I didn't see weeks later, but now we have years later, which I'm not exactly sure where this takes place in the timeline. I mean, I'm assuming it's 28 years later, but from what? And the reason I'm saying that is because the main character has a Power Rangers Operation Overdrive Red Ranger figure in a scene, but that would not have come out until 2007, as Bokenger was in Japan in 2006. So that means the outbreak had to have happened in 2007? But I believe the outbreak is said to have happened in 2002? I'm all kinds of confused. Whatever. It is what it is. But our movie starts out with a zombie outbreak occurring in a small little village. A boy grabs his things and runs away as his sisters or friends or whoever, his parents are killed by ravaging infected. And then we have a time jump of 28 years later, and we are introduced to this new kid, and we have Aaron Taylor Johnson playing his father. His mother is sickly, she's in bed, she can't get out a lot of the times, and the father and the son, Spike, who's played by Alfie, I can't think of his name, but he is incredible. He is the saving grace of the film. They have to go out to the mainland because they're living on an island, and it's like this initiation where you take kids out to hunt infected. Not sure how I feel about that, but it is what it is. They're taken to hunt infected, and they get attacked, and they have to hide in this house. And finally they make it back to their island, and other stuff happens, and he has to take his mother to see this doctor. I feel like it was 2 different movies merged into one, because it felt like, hey, I've got this great idea for a script dealing with a doctor. Well, I've got this great idea for a script dealing with a father and his son. How about we merge them together? Yeah, that works. Ralph Fiennes plays the doctor, and he does a really good job there. I mean, there's 2 things I will say about this movie. The acting is just amazing. I have no complaints there. Every actor gives it their all, especially this kid, who really is, as I said, the saving grace of the film. And the way the movie is made is also superb. There's like these random scenes that will cut to in red of you seeing the infected tearing apart things and their eyes are glowing. It's pretty damn cool. There's these really well done shots of during action scenes where the camera will be like, here, a kill comes, and then it kind of like rotates around that I thought was pretty awesome, although sometimes it felt out of place. I will say that. As much as I love them from a style point of view, I don't know if they really effectively work narratively. They just feel like they're there just for the sake of being there, but I did enjoy that. There are other pieces of camera work I liked a lot. There are times when things really feel hectic, but the plot kind of goes nowhere. I don't feel like anything truly happened in the movie. Towards the end, there's this like really depressing scene, and Spike is being all depressed. And then the guy from Sinner shows up with this crew who are dressed in different colors. Not sure if it's meant to be Power Rangers, but it might be the Teletubbies, because at the beginning of the movie, there was a kid watching Teletubbies with his sister, who I'm assuming is this dude, and it just goes batshit crazy for like the next minute, 2 minutes, and then the movie just abruptly ends. Where it's like, what? Huh? What? Say what? What the hell just happened? That was kind of my reaction. It's like, okay, so we're sequel baiting, and apparently the next movie would probably start directly where this left off. So does this mean the next movie is going to be called 28 Seconds Later? All I know is that the tonal shift was like Whiplash, where it was just like, what? Did I step into a third movie? Actually, yeah, that's basically what it is. This is 3 different movies put into one film. Like 3 short films in one giant movie. That's what this feels like. I have just complete tonal whiplash. I didn't think the movie really went anywhere. Like I said, it's well made. I did enjoy that aspects. The soundtrack could have been better, especially because I love the soundtrack to 28 Days Later. This was kind of like lackluster in some bits. There are some pretty cool scenes. There are some really cool deaths. There's this really awesome infected who's like a beast. Kind of made me think of the Beast Titan from Attack on Titan, even though he's like human-sized rather than a gigantic thing. In fact, I've seen a lot of people compare this to Attack on Titan. I guess you can say there are parallels, but I would say it's not really that accurate or exact. And unlike with Attack on Titan, these infected weren't experiments gone wrong. Whatever. Overall, I can't say I was all that thrilled with 28 Years Later. It was well made, it was well acted, but it did nothing for me. Which is kind of sad, because I was kind of hoping it would, but it didn't. I know people absolutely love this movie. I am sadly not in that camp. I don't hate it. I don't think it was horrible. It is just kind of a meh, it exists type of film. So therefore, I am going to give 28 Years Later a 7 out of 10. It's nothing I have any interest in ever watching again, but it's not something that if somebody really wanted to watch it while I was over their house, I would say no. Have you seen 28 Years Later? If so, what did you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. Click like, subscribe, the bell notification, whatever else YouTube guys are clicking on to support me. You can support me on Patreon and Bluesky at tokuaannetwork, Facebook, Instagram, Discord at Kaiju no Kami. My website is creativitybydesign.lc.com. You can buy cool Kaiju no Kami merchandise at creativitybydesign.lc.com/shop. There is a direct link on YouTube. There's also a couple of GoFundMes that will be in the description below to help for both health reasons and to keep the channel alive, whichever you would like to support. And until next time, bye.
Wiener party, party soft, wiener party, wieners nice and soft, non